Self-harm addiction. Self-harm addiction refers to the compulsive behavior of inflicting pain or injury on oneself as a way to cope with emotional distress. This behavior often involves cutting, burning, or hitting oneself and can become a repetitive addictive cycle due to the temporary relief, or euphoria, it provides. Approximately 17% of adolescents have engaged in self-harm at least once. Self-harm behaviors are more prevalent in females, with studies indicating that 20–25% of young women and 8–10% of young men self-harm. Singer and actress Demi Lovato has publicly discussed her struggles with self-harm, using it as a coping mechanism for her emotional pain and mental health issues. Also, it was revealed that Princess Diana struggled with self-harm as a way to cope with her emotional turmoil during her marriage to Prince Charles. Drug addiction. Drug addiction is a chronic disease characterized by the compulsive use of substances despite harmful consequences. It involves changes in brain function and behavior, often leading to an inability to control drug use. Actor Robert Downey Jr.'s battle with drug addiction in the late 1990s and early 2000s is well documented. His addiction led to multiple arrests, stints in rehab, and a period of professional decline. Relationship addiction. Relationship addiction, also known as codependency or love addiction, is characterized by an obsessive preoccupation with a partner to the detriment of one's own needs and well-being. This addiction can manifest in an unhealthy dependence on the relationship and often results in a cycle of emotional highs and lows. Rihanna and Chris Brown's highly publicized relationship highlighted aspects of relationship addiction and codependency. Despite the violent altercation in 2009, which resulted in Brown's arrest, the couple briefly reunited in 2012. Food addiction. Food addiction involves a compulsive need to consume certain types of foods, particularly those high in sugar, fat, and salt. This addiction can lead to overeating, binge eating, and emotional eating, often resulting in significant weight gain and health problems. Approximately 5–10% of the U.S. population may suffer from food addiction. Food addiction is more common among individuals with obesity, with studies suggesting that 25–50% of individuals with severe obesity may have food addiction. Women are more likely to experience food addiction than men. The media mogul Oprah Winfrey has spoken openly about her struggles with food addiction, particularly her battle with emotional eating and weight fluctuations. Thrill-seeking addiction. Thrill-seeking addiction, also known as sensation-seeking or risk-taking addiction, involves the compulsion to seek out intense and risky activities for the adrenaline rush they provide. This can include extreme sports, dangerous stunts, and reckless behaviors. Approximately 10–15% of the population may have a high tendency towards thrill-seeking behaviors. Sadly, a lot of the time, you will find news reports of thrill-seeking people who fell to their death. Wu Yongning, a Chinese daredevil and rooftopper who became famous for his extreme stunts performed on the edges of skyscrapers. Known as China's first roof-topping star, Wu gained a significant following on social media for his videos showcasing dangerous climbs and acrobatics. Tragically, he fell to his death in 2017 while attempting a stunt on a 62-story building in Changsha. Compulsive lying, pseudologia fantastica. Compulsive lying, or pseudologia fantastica, is a condition where individuals habitually lie, often creating elaborate and fantastical stories. This behavior can be driven by a need for attention, admiration, or to escape reality. Many compulsive liars begin this behavior in childhood or adolescence. It is estimated that about 1–10% of the population engages in habitual or compulsive lying. Compulsive lying is more common in men than women. The infamous con artist Frank Abagnale, whose life was depicted in the film Catch Me If You Can, spent years fabricating his identity and committing fraud through elaborate lies. Stephen Glass, whose compulsive lying led to one of the biggest scandals in journalism history. He fabricated numerous stories while working for the New Republic. Alcohol addiction. Alcohol addiction, also known as alcoholism or alcohol use disorder, AUD, is characterized by an inability to control alcohol consumption despite negative consequences. This addiction can lead to physical dependence, where the body adapts to the presence of alcohol, and psychological dependence, where the individual feels a compulsive need to drink. About 5.3% of people worldwide, around 380 million, have alcohol use disorder. AUD is more common in men than women, with about 9% of men and 4.1% of women affected in the U.S. The actress Lindsay Lohan has faced numerous legal and personal issues due to alcohol addiction, including multiple arrests and stints in rehab. The British singer-songwriter, Amy Winehouse, struggled with alcohol addiction for years. She tragically died in 2011 from alcohol poisoning, with a blood alcohol content more than 5 times the legal driving limit. Gambling addiction. Gambling addiction or gambling disorder is the compulsive need to gamble despite harmful consequences. This behavior is driven by the brain's reward system, similar to substance addictions, and can lead to severe financial, personal, and social problems. Approximately 2 to 3% of the U.S. population has a gambling disorder. Gambling addiction is often associated with other mental health disorders, such as depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. The basketball legend Michael Jordan has openly discussed his struggles with gambling, including significant financial losses. The actor David Hasselhoff has admitted to dealing with gambling addiction, which affected his personal and professional life. Religion addiction. Religion addiction, or religious addiction, involves an extreme focus on religious practices and beliefs to the detriment of other aspects of life. This can manifest as an obsessive need to perform religious rituals, strict adherence to religious doctrines, and withdrawal from non-religious activities and relationships. David Koresh, the leader of the Branch Davidians, Koresh's extreme religious beliefs and practices led to the Waco siege in 1993, resulting in the deaths of 76 people. Porn addiction. Porn addiction, or compulsive pornography use, involves the excessive consumption of pornographic material to the point where it interferes with daily life and relationships. This addiction is driven by the brain's reward system and can lead to desensitization, where increasingly extreme material is needed to achieve the same level of arousal. It is estimated that 3 to 6% of the population may suffer from porn addiction, with men are more likely to develop porn addiction than women. The actor Terry Crews has publicly discussed his battle with porn addiction and its impact on his marriage and personal life. The reality TV star Josh Duggar admitted to a porn addiction, which was part of a series of scandals that led to the cancellation of his family's show. Shopping addiction, oniomania. Shopping addiction, or oniomania, is characterized by an uncontrollable urge to shop and spend money, often leading to financial problems, personal distress, and social issues. Individuals with this addiction experience a temporary high or relief from negative emotions through shopping, but this is often followed by guilt and remorse. Shopping addiction is often associated with other mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. The musician and actress Courtney Love has spoken publicly about her struggles with shopping addiction, which contributed to financial and personal issues. In 2013, a woman named Sandra from the UK tragically took her own life after accumulating over $50,000 in debt due to her shopping addiction. She had been using shopping as a coping mechanism for depression, and the mounting debt led to severe emotional distress and financial ruin. Exercise addiction. Exercise addiction is characterized by an obsessive and compulsive need to engage in physical activity, often to the detriment of one's health, relationships, and daily responsibilities. This addiction can lead to overtraining, injuries, and mental health issues. The actress Jennifer Aniston has reportedly struggled with exercise addiction, dedicating excessive amounts of time to working out, which impacted her personal life and relationships. Plastic surgery addiction. Plastic surgery addiction, or body dysmorphic disorder, BDD, with a focus on cosmetic enhancement, involves an obsessive need to undergo multiple cosmetic procedures. Individuals with this addiction are often dissatisfied with their appearance, leading to repeated surgeries. Approximately 1–2% of the general population is affected by BDD, with a subset developing plastic surgery addiction. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Known as the Catwoman, she has undergone numerous surgeries to alter her appearance, showcasing the extremes of plastic surgery addiction. Michael Jackson. The pop icon underwent multiple cosmetic procedures, often cited as an example of plastic surgery addiction. Social media addiction. Social media addiction is characterized by an excessive and compulsive need to use social media platforms, often leading to negative impacts on mental health, productivity, and personal relationships. Individuals with this addiction may experience anxiety, depression, and loneliness. Social media addiction is linked to sleep disturbances, decreased academic and work performance, and increased feelings of isolation and inadequacy. A UK teenager named Danny Bowman developed an obsession with taking selfies, leading to a decline in his mental health and a suicide attempt. Although he survived, this case highlights the extreme psychological impact social media addiction can have, potentially leading to fatal outcomes. Selena Gomez. The singer and actress has taken multiple breaks from social media to focus on her mental health, highlighting the pressures of online presence.